But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham in the face? But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys. Fatty, Big Bri, and my cousin Vinny.
What is going on, everybody? How are we doing tonight? I am that fat guy, Jared Fatty Bates. And for once, I am here by myself. Big Bri is still at work. He'll be on here a little bit later. And my cousin Vinny is working second shift still, but he will pop in later too, especially for our special guest today. We got competitive eater Nick Wehry on with us this evening, and I can't wait to talk some food with him. But first off, we got to go through our shout outs and everything else like we normally do for our wonderful show here. And first off, I definitely got to shout out Harold Keel in the Lake Erie APA. And also on that note, my team just one more because we finally got our trip to Vegas. We ran through the gauntlet. Everybody played great, and I will not use I'll use your team names on here. We had, I want to thank you to Levi, the business, Pops, the kid, Mahler, Mr. 1000, and LA. And if I'm missing anybody, I apologize right now because it was a blur this weekend, but we finally got our trip to Las Vegas. We will be playing in the National 8-Ball tournament out there, and everybody is so stoked and excited. I have got pictures up on our Facebook and on Twitter. I will put them on the Illegal Ham page here a little bit later. But thank you for Harold for putting on a great tournament. Thank you to my team who played outstanding through this entire tournament and had so much fun. And you know something, I've been waiting probably close to 15 years for this, and I finally get a chance to go to Vegas and play some pool, so I'm very excited. Also, on the shout-out note, got to thank Craig Foster, got to see him, and I also had to apologize to him because I couldn't spend as much time with him as I wanted because of the tournament that was going on. He did not get a chance to go to Mr. B's, but he did go to Rookies. So if he's coming on here a little bit later, if I see him pop in the comments here a little bit later, we will get his thoughts about Rookies and the chaos that was there with the 85 pool teams that were all playing. What's going on, Craig? How you doing, bud? Here in a little bit, I will have somebody joining me. If I can get him to pop in here a little bit later. But on that note, we're going to do the rundown. We're going to talk a little Cavs new owner. We're going to talk about, or not Cavs new owner, Guardians new owner. We're going to talk Cavs new draft picks. And we are going to get into the Deshaun saga that just keeps on coming and keeps on hitting before we get into Fat Boy Tuesday with Nick Wehry. So on that note, I normally do a trivia for everybody so that we could do another $25 gift card, but I have nobody here. Oh, Justin's coming in. There he is. Just perfect timing right now. Now, you've seen him on our show in the comments a lot. Now, Justin, it is 6 o'clock. This is PG-13 time. All right. Let me add Justin in here.
What is up, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Jared?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Craig said it was a pretty good burger. He got the De La Hoya burger. Now, that's a pretty good burger. That's the one with the salami on. No, that's one I had.
Let me turn my fan down real quick.
Oh, yeah. Maybe my fan. But yes, the Rookies definitely has some bomb food too. We got their loaded tater tots with cheese. I even got the fried pickles because they do the slices, even though I like the spears. But Justin, thank you for coming on and Yes, the jalapeno on a chorizo burger. There it is.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Little
I mean,
spice to it.
wouldn't
Gotta
eat the chorizo, but just a jalapeno burger.
Yeah, just a jalapeno burger. It's all right.
Yeah.
So how's it going down there in beautiful northern Kentucky?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's actually pretty nice outside. It feels like it's in the 70s.
Don't you lie. It's not allowed to do that down there. When it's 80 up here, it's 80 down there. Those are the rules.
What does the temperature say? 77.
I don't like that temperature.
Any humidity at all, it's very low.
Oh boy. So guess what? Since you are here with me now, do you have any shout outs that you want to throw out there for the universe?
Yeah, sure. Unrelated to anything that you normally talk about on the show, but this past weekend was the Western States 100-mile trail race. And there was a Jennifer, I didn't catch her last name. She came in just over cutoff, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of a 30-hour race. Yeah. Was diagnosed back in 2016 with incurable cancer and still kicking out there running 100-mile races.
Get out of here.
So shout out to her.
No kidding. I can't even get a foot out the door without starting to breathe heavy. Jeez, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Well, bud, you are in the hot seat today. You ready for some trivia?
Sure, why not?
Well, now that we got everybody in here, Craig, you get your crack at it again. Hopefully I can yell at Vic because I yelled at him already to keep Mr. B's open at a certain point in time. So you go in there and get some quesadilla. Hey, we turn off phones on this show. Don't you know?
New phone, I'm still learning it.
Yeah, better. All right. Well, on that note, let's get into our special. See, I got to do everything here. And this is so weird to me.
Where's everybody else up tonight?
Well, Bry has got his phone died and he's still at work. He'll be on here about 6:30. I needed a buffer or a what we like to call a fluffer until Bry gets here. And I was like, I could do it by myself, but it's no fun talking about the Browns and the disgusting crap that's going on by myself. So I got to have somebody else here to bash it off of. So let's first get into our trivia, which is for a $25 gift card to Mr. B's. And I'm throwing in an APA pool player's hat on top of it.
Nice.
It's going to be a doozy. So here we go. And our trivia is brought to you by Papa V and Curb Appeal. Get a hold of Papa V at curbappeal419.com. All right, Justin, this one's right up your alley. All right. This is Browns trivia. All right. I keep giving Browns trivia because that's what Brian likes to do. And maybe Brian will answer it when he gets in here. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Craig. I felt bad because when you called me and said Mr. B's isn't open yet, I'm looking at time. It's like almost noon. And I'm like, I got to play in like 2 minutes. Like, I was like, and I got a captain. Dang it. All right, hold on. Let me see what's going on. And yes, of course, Mom was late, but Vic said next time he will take care of you. I promise. So on that note, $25 gift card to Mr. B's, APA hat on the line, and we are talking Cleveland Browns all-time rushing leaders.
Oh.
Now, hey, here's the great news for you. We know Jim Brown's number one.
Yeah, he was top of my list.
Okay, I need you to tell me how many people since 1999 have made the top 20. And who is at the top of that list?
Since 99, who's made the top 20?
Now you got to sit back and you got to fester that in because we got to get the comments in here first.
Wow.
So, and what's really funny is I found out who is the last place for rushing leader for your Cleveland Browns. 1999. Ronnie Powell. had one attempt for -50 yards. He had punters and kickers beat him, and he's a wide receiver. So, well, Craig, you got one part of it right. So Craig's on the roll again. He's about to get another gift card to Mr. B's and an APA hat. So he's got one part of it right. So you can't see the comments, can you?
No, I cannot.
You better not see the comments.
Oh.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because we have to quickly, after that all is done and over with, we're going to get into a little bit of Cavs news. Let you think about that a little bit. You all right with that?
I'm good with that.
All right. So the Cleveland Cavaliers have just drafted the swing player they needed from Kansas, and I am going to botch his name, and I can't wait to botch his. It's Ochai. Nope, can't do it. I can't do it. I'm horrible. It's Ochai Agabiji. See, this is why. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah. I'm looking.
Yeah. Can you pronounce it?
Ochea?
Ochea? He even said it on the radio today, and I heard it, and I said it about 50 times after that, so I wouldn't mess it up, and I'm still messing it up. But anyway, I like it. Sounds good. We're just going to go with that. All right. So 6'5", shooting guard from Kansas, hard worker, great teammate from what everybody says, and the boy's got some pounds on him too. So
good.
He can play the 3. He can play the 2. He'd be a smaller 3, but it's nice that they actually got a shooting guard that's over 6'1", and one that can actually defend too. So it kind of helps out. Also, they drafted Khalifa Diop, Isaiah Mobley, which is Mobley's little brother, and Luke Travers, an Aussie. So you got a center, another forward, and a shooting guard. So I think they kind of picked up Mobley because the other Mobley's here. So, I mean, why not have 2 Mobleys?
Yeah.
And it also keeps one Mobley happy. Maybe he'll want to stay in Cleveland.
I mean, that, and they probably know each other's playing style so they can play off each other.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. But, I mean, that's actually be cool for you and your brother to be drafted to the same team. I mean, how awesome would that be? You'd be sitting there going like, oh, yeah, let's go. Come on. Come to Cleveland. I know all the spots now. Even though I'm 19. And
imagine the rookie hazing he's going to go through, though.
It wouldn't be that bad.
Oh.
It can't be that bad.
Oh, with a brother? With a sibling? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, we both have siblings, so yeah, I get you.
He's going to wake up with a hot deuce in his bed one day.
Yeah, if not that, or something else. Hard to know what you find in East Cleveland here.
Well, yeah.
You might find up with a raccoon and some other things. It's crazy over here. But yes, I mean, I think the Cavs did a really great job with this draft. I mean, he was right there. You had to take a shooting guard, which makes it weird for Colin Sexton because now now Craig, hold on, I got to pause it. Craig, I'm asking how many total from 1999 are in the top 20. I don't need names. I know the names. Boy, he is just firing them off. He's got 3 of them already. Holy cow. He is just killing it.
Oh, shit.
I might have to give him a bigger gift card for this. If he gets all these, I mean, I keep firing them off, buddy. I'll keep hammering them out of the park when we get them.
The only one I think of was last year for Chubb.
Oh, you're going to have to find out after we get done talking Cavs.
Yeah.
All right. So with the Cavs, I mean, how do you feel? I mean, you and I have watched basketball since, I mean, Jordan days. Jordan's your favorite player. I remember being at your house with the Bulls banners everywhere, playing Bill Lambier combat basketball downstairs and looking at all these. You're like Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. You had the jerseys, you had the shoes, you had everything else.
Well, I had one of my senior pitchers taken in their warm-up.
You did. Oh my, you did. Oh my Lord. So are you still a Bulls fan?
No, not really. I mean, since he retired the second time, I quit following it. I started to get back into it when LeBron was originally in Cleveland, and then the whole, I'm going to take my talents elsewhere kind of miffed me off. So I said, "Heck with it."
Well, that kind of myth. It wasn't the fact that he left, and that's what I
It's
keep
how
saying.
he did it.
Yeah, I'm like, you could have not done it on national TV. Like,
Yeah.
that could have been great for Cleveland. You could have just said, nah, it's
Yeah.
all right. I'm just going to go to Miami. But, I mean, he raised a lot of money. It's so bad. Like, he's done so much for this area that a lot of people don't know.
I'm
Like,
sure he's an upstanding human being and everything, great guy. But the minute he said that he's the greatest player of all time, no, I'm done with him and his playing.
oh, wow, here we go. Now you're going to draw the high ground of Jordan's better?
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. That's something I don't want to do on this show because I have fun. So, on that note, have you watched any of the Cavs? Have you seen Evan Mobley? Have you seen Darius Garland?
I have not. I'm a terrible co-host.
No. It's perfect because I got to get you up here to Cleveland with us. You got to come up here.
I do.
Yeah, I have found some vegetarian foods for you up here.
Nice.
So, you can get a little bit of surf and turf, but without the surf and turf. Nice. So I can eat a full cow while I don't feel bad eating it in front of you because you have your stuff.
Well, I was a grill cook at basically a steakhouse for a while too.
Oh, wow. He nailed them all. Get the shit out of here. Well, Justin, he's just nailing everything. Hey, it's a lot better. It's a lot better than Vinny giving up the answer on the last one, saying, "Oh, yeah, no, that's a baseball team." I looked at. We still laugh at it to this day. I look at Vinny. I'm like, "No, that's a football team." He goes, "Yeah, the Cardinals is a baseball team." I'm like, St. Louis, buddy. Like, come on. I'm like, and you're the one that gave me the whole trivia thing.
I know. Now, if I'd known I was going to be in the hot seat, I would have had my other laptop keyed up and ready to go.
Yeah, you're not allowed to Google this. Bri can't Google it. Bri's doing it from his phone with a pair of earbuds because he doesn't want to get a laptop or a tablet. I don't know. Hey, I just run the ship. I don't control the ship.
Heck, I could give him one of mine. Here I am with 2 MacBooks, a Chromebook, and 2 monitors.
You might as well. Hey, I'll give you his address after the show. See what happens. No, he's doing great. I miss him because we were talking about the show because he was supposed to be in Fat Boy Studios today.
Was he?
So it was going to be nice because we got Nick coming on, talking food with us here a little bit later. And I love Nick because him and I have been busting each other's balls lately because I told him that I could eat more chicken wings than he can. And then I realized that I cannot eat more chicken wings than he can. And I just kind of like bowed down and like, I mean, Justin, what we're getting into here a little bit later is he ate 16 pounds of strawberry shortcake in 8 minutes.
Holy shit.
And he came in second.
So he's one of the professional eaters then.
Oh, yes, he is. He finished, I think last year he finished third in the hot dog eating contest, third or fourth.
Oh, nice.
So
is he doing it again this year?
Yes, he is. And his wife is like the 7-time women's champion.
Really?
Yeah, they're like the power couple, man.
Wow.
Like they challenge each other. Like I'll bring it up here a little bit later, but he tied his wife in pepperoni roll eating with 28 pepperoni rolls. Yeah, she's amazing. Like Mickey's something else. Yeah, we're gonna have fun for this interview. I'm going to keep you on because it's going to be crazy.
That's going to be good.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. All right, so let's get into. Come on, let's finish up this trivia so that Craig can get an APA hat now, along with another gift card to Mr. B's. So let's do it because he's already got the answers right.
Way to go, Craig.
He's got them right. Justin, is your favorite fruit plum or grapes? I didn't see that one. Chris is asking fruit plum or grapes.
Probably grapes. Just because grape juice. You make wine out of them. You got raisins.
I think
So
you're talking about your background with the
Oh.
Baltimore Ravens theme.
No.
That's all right. He's a Ravens fan, Chris. It's okay.
No, not with.
And yeah, you one dog compared to a purple wall. That's not. You got a purple wall back there. All right, never mind. You got a whole bunch of. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Oh, yep. I love that photo.
What photo was that?
Is that the one where Miles is hitting him over the head?
What?
What the hell are you showing me on the lamp? I can't see. I'm half blind.
There's nothing on the lamp. There's the dogs from Burger King back in when they came back to the league.
That's right. That's right. All right. So how many running backs from 99 on are in the top 20?
I'm going to say 4.
You are so close. So close. Craig got it right with 6. You have Peyton Hillis at number 20.
Oh, yeah.
Reuben Drones at 18. William Green at 17. Jamal Lewis at 11. Isaiah Crowell at 10. And in the number 6 spot, can you at least give me the number 6 spot?
I'm going to say Chubb.
Nicholas Jamal Chubb.
Hey, I got one.
He is right now. Listen to this. So Jim Brown, 12,312 rushing yards. Leroy Kelly's next behind him at 7,000. Behind him, Mike Pruitt and Greg Pruitt, one at 6,500, one at 5,500. Kevin Mack at 5,100. Nick Chubb at 4,800. Listen to this, though. All those guys have averaged about 1,200 attempts. Nick Chubb's at 900.
Wow.
900 attempts for a running back, and he's got 4,816 yards. Marion Motley is behind him. Ernest Biner is behind him. Ernie Green is behind him. Bobby Mitchell is behind him. Those are big names that are behind Nick Chubb.
Yeah, they are.
For him to be number 6 out of 20. Some crazy stuff right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And he's still young, too.
I know he is. He's only that's from 18 to 21. He's only played 58 games. Everybody else in front of him has had 99 games or more. Leroy Kelly had 136. Mike Pruitt, 124. Greg Pruitt, 118. Jim Brown, 118.
Wow.
And Nick Chubb sitting at 58. Kevin Mack had 99. Motley had 99. Biner had 99 games. He's still 40 games behind everybody.
Oh.
And he is 6th.
As long as he stays healthy, he's going to move up there fast.
Well, now that's okay. So we'll get into this now, Craig. I hope he beats Jim Brown rushing yards, but that's still a tall task. It's also health-wise, too.
Yeah.
If he's got to stay healthy, he could do it, but also got to look at the coach, too. You got to feed that man the ball for him to get those yards.
And with all that money we just spent on a quarterback, chances are he's not going to get to rush too much.
Well, guess what? Let's transition over into that mess. Look at you being the pro co-host of all.
Well, that's a cluster smurf if there ever was one.
I'm sitting here laughing my ass off because I was getting ready to just go straight into the Guardians, get a new owner, and he's worth a lot of money, and they're sliding right now. They won today. They come back win. They're playing tonight. They're like, 1 out of 6 here at home. They got swept by the Red Sox.
Really?
Yeah, Craig, I'm sorry for that game. Yeah, they got swept by the Red Sox. And then last night, the Twins beat them 11-1. But when I was listening to it on the radio today to pick up the kids and everything else, we were down 2-1 going into the 9th inning, and they pulled it out, won 3-2.
That's
so
awesome.
back on start. But here we go. You know something? When you always think there is no news with the Browns, there's always news with the Browns.
There's always news with Browns.
So today, Deshaun Watson met with the disciplinary committee. I'm not even saying it right. Disciplinary committee. There it is. Got it. And they're sitting in front of the judge right now, the appointed judge, with everybody else. And from everybody from this weekend, everything like that, they are talking about throwing the book at him.
Yes, I saw
giving
that.
him at least a year, if not more. And some too.
Well, I heard year with an indefinite suspension.
Yeah, that's what we call the Josh Gordon, as in you got to clean your act up, come back in here, show me that you're okay. Might come back for 4 games, we might suspend you again. Yeah. I mean, that's where it's at. It's crazy.
I did see where Baker said he was open to as long as Cleveland apologized or kissed his ass.
Well, there's earmuffs. Nick's watching it. Nick's in the background now. He's in the guest studio with his kid. So you PG-13. I told you, Justin.
I'm sorry.
So, but no, it's just
you don't need that is PG-13.
I know, but it's so weird to have this saga go on with this, and it's just like it's never ending. Like it's never like we cannot get throughout a week where there is just not something else that pops up, and it doesn't have to be anything major. It's like, oh, the Texans have been added. Oh, look at this. There's a new document that came out. It's like every other day there's something new to talk about. And I'm just sitting there going like this, like, wow, did like the front office actually know what they were signing up for this? Like, I really don't think they did now.
Well, I mean, they either didn't or they didn't care.
I think it might be they didn't care.
Because how many times in today's NFL does somebody do something stupid and then get a slap on the wrist?
Well, I get that. I think the bad thing is, though, is like, yes, you did something stupid. You could do something a few times. 20 some gets a little furry when you get out there above the 10 mark.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to say. Like, we don't know what's happening. I'm not, like we're fans. We're just spitballing here. But right. I mean, we understand, like, there was no criminal charges. I understand all that, but there's still a point in time where you got to look at it and go, bud, I know you like massages. Do you like them that much?
Now, here's the thing, though. With them the women having to have signed a NDA agreement,
yeah,
are they liable now? So can Texas go after them for breaking that NDA?
Well, now hold on. That might be because I know he didn't get those until later.
Okay.
So this is like this is a whole spider web of Texan stuff that I don't know about. But I know that there's a couple people that told him that he should start doing this. We're just going to go past this. But we're going to go into, I mean, how are you going to feel if he's actually suspended for the whole year? And then the indefinite on the end of it. Like, you know what the thing is like my first thought was, that's fine. Tank, we'll get nope, we don't have draft picks.
Yeah.
We gave all
those up.
So don't tank now for those things. Like,
I mean, you can't help but laugh. I mean, it's Cleveland.
Like, I'm just sitting there like, you catch it. Nick, stop shaking your head. We'll get into you later. He's agreeing with us right now. I mean, it's just like, can we not catch a break? Like, we caught a little bit of a break, and then it was like, it's not good enough for us. We don't want that. It's not good enough for us. Then we're like, oh, this guy's great. Oh, that'll blow over. That's nothing major. That's nothing major. Yeah. And then now we're here. We're here going, well, we're about to lose our star quarterback now that we paid $230 million guaranteed to for a whole year. A whole year.
Although I did see that if he does get the full year, then his contract is pushed back a year. Yes, so next year would be the $1 million that he's owed, and then
whoop-de-doo. You know what that means? That means we took a year off of Nick Chubb's football career. We took a year off of Denzel Ward. We took a year off of Myles Garrett. This team was set up to go to the playoffs with supposedly him at the helm. And guess what? You're not at the helm. And all these people, oh my, this is the one I love the most. Well, he set out last year. It should be okay because he set out last year, so it's time served. So he should just play right out of the gate.
No.
No.
I mean,
no.
there are children present, presumably, so I'm keeping it quiet. But no.
No. There's no way. He did that on his own because he wanted to be traded.
Yeah.
And the Texans did it too because they wanted him traded. Not because of all this nonsense, because he wanted traded.
Yes. Well, the thing is, though, also if he gets the full year, then Cleveland is no longer liable for that amount of cap. So that frees up cap space to where they could pursue another receiver or somebody else, a DB, to help out and keep them longer term, just to be in a better position when Watson is presumably ready to go next year.
Mm. Well, but I'm leaving it right here. I don't want to talk about Watson anymore. Oh, look at it. He just hops right there.
Oh, there's Vinny.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
Hey, guess what?
Surprise.
We got Nick in the background. We're bringing him in for Fat Boy Tuesday. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let me find.
And now it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
All right. So we got my cousin Vinny here with us now. We got Justin and our special guest, Nick Wehry, is joining us. What's going on, Nick?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Going on, Nick?
Is he practicing too?
He is. He's got his peanut butter and jelly, some boneless, skinless chicken because he's just like his dad, and some Cheerios.
No hot dogs.
Very nice.
Yes,
No
hot
strawberry
dogs.
shortcake.
No
no
shortcake. No, he's banned from those things permanently.
So how have things been going, bud? Everything going good down there?
I can't complain. Obviously, we're crazy busy. You know, this is our busiest time of year. You know, at least as far as the eating circuits, but things are good. Max is going to be a year old on the 8th. You know, obviously last year Mickey sat the contest out because she was 37 weeks pregnant, but she's coming back to try to get title number 8. I'm trying to continue my ascension up the ranks. They just redid the MLE ranking, so I'm now the 4th ranked eater in the world, which is kind of surreal, to be honest with you. So it's all good.
Well, that's awesome, bud. And especially after, let me adjust this because we got Bri here now too. We're just bringing in everybody.
Oh, wow.
Bri showed up here at 6. Everybody's here at 6:30.
Man.
So with everything going on, I do have to ask,
Sure.
what is it like tying your wife on pepperoni rolls? Is it like, do you guys just kind of look at each other and just high five, say good job?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Like,
You flip the table and run away?
At the contest, when I found out that we tied before they had announced it, I'm like, eat off, Sam. Eat off right now. And, so, and Mickey's like, no, I'm good. And, you know, Sam, the MC, is like, you know, adjudication is done. I'm like, nope, this is bullshit. We're having an eat off. But, you know, luckily there was people with common sense there who just said, you know, if you guys tied since it was second, we'll just leave it at that. You know, ultimately the checks are getting split. They're coming home anyway. If it was for first place, I would have thrown an adult temper tantrum until we had an eat off.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
You got to start throwing stuff at that point in time.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but she would have done the same thing. Like, because we both want the other person to be everyone except us. That's it. That's it.
When I first read the scores of everything, I'm sitting there going, did they do it together? Like, did they eat 28 together? And I'm like, nope, there's a tie there.
Yeah, no, it was people think we did it on purpose. I'm like, there'd be no way to do that. We're separated at the table. There'd be no way to be like, all right, you're gonna eat 28, all right, I'll eat 28 too, and it'll be like, absolutely not. No way.
Just to make this fair so that we can go to sleep tonight and not argue with each other.
Yeah, no.
Just
Even
eat
if she
28.
told me she was going to eat 28, I know she was full of shit, and I would eat 29 or 30 because there's no way she's going to purposely die me.
Vinny, I know your time's a little bit short because you're on break. You got any questions for Nick? You're drawing a blank, aren't you?
No, because I'm going to say no because the only thing I could think of is actually what the top 3 would be. So.
Oh, you want to do your top 3 while you're here before you get out of here?
What's that one?
You want to do your top 3 before you get out of here?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so our top 3 later on is food competitions we think we could do. And since my cousin Vinny's working second shift now, he's not here with us until next week.
Yeah.
So we got to let him get his top 3 in and everything
Go
else.
for
And
it.
by the way, his birthday was on Sunday. And what we did on Sunday for his birthday was magical because our pool team finally finished first and we're going to Vegas.
That's
to play for
awesome.
the Nationals.
Nice.
So Vinny's all so
Congrats.
pumped over there. We're all sorts of happy. So Vinny, why don't you give us your top 3 things that you would like to eat for competitive foods?
Yeah, my top 3 would be. I'd like to see how I could do it with hot dogs. I think that would be kind of an interesting one. I don't think I'd be able to do that many, but I think it would be fun to try. Pies, my number 2. Preferably cherry pie for me. I happen to like cherry pies. Something without the pits, though. I feel like that might get caught in my throat. But my number 1, I think, one I would probably do the best in would be pierogies.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, until your nephew almost beat you.
Listen. That was a 2-to-1 challenge. I ended up eating 46 of those Big Mrs. T pierogies to his 23.
And by the way, was he 10, 11?
Yeah, he's 11 now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 11. So 23 pierogies at 11.
That's pretty solid. Kid's got a future.
Yeah.
All right,
Kid's
real quick.
a little beanpole, but
He is,
he's
too.
absolutely amazing.
All right, Vinny, before we get you out of here so you get back to work, do you have any shout outs real quick before we get you out of here? Is he frozen?
I think he is.
He's doing his best Zoolander.
Nope, he's not frozen. He's back.
Hopefully I got all that in. Looks like I disconnected there a little bit.
You did. You're going to start over. We always saw your beautiful frozen face with that powdered beard.
Thanks.
All right.
You need me to start all over, though?
Yeah, give us a couple shout outs before we get you out of here. I feel bad because you're on your break. I want to talk to you because I haven't seen you since,
Yeah. You know what? If there's still one person for me to shout out, it would definitely be my wife. Who not only was it my 40th birthday here, it was also our 1-year anniversary. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
he did
happy
the
about
man
that.
thing, getting married on his birthday, so he never forgets. Remember that.
no better day that I would ever want to share,
See, I always thought about Thanksgiving would be a perfect day too.
right?
I mean, the way you've already got the menu planned out, so that takes out some of the stress.
Very
See?
true.
Welcome to our show, Nick. Welcome.
I
to
mean, that Thanksgiving would be a good plan too, because if you ever just didn't want to see your relatives, you could be like, "Sorry guys, their anniversry. We gotta go."
you just, hey,
That's awesome.
just show up for the food and leave. I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, Vinny, I love you. I will talk to you on Thursday, I think.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you, brother.
Have a great night, everybody.
All right. Bry's here. Bry, do you got any questions for Nick now that you've showed
Well,
up?
I don't know what have you guys covered already. Like, I'm wondering, are you currently training? Are you what's your next big event?
So the next was Nathan's. We're a week out from our
Wow.
6 days out.
So you're beyond Nathan's, huh?
Yeah. So I'm full. My last practice is tomorrow morning. So I've been fasted for I don't know, maybe 8-10 hours, and that'll continue into tomorrow morning. I drank I drank the other bottle of this good stuff. To make sure everybody leaves before tomorrow morning. So I'll get a solid practice in tomorrow. That'll be the last one. Then we fly out to New York Thursday morning for the weigh-ins on Friday, and then do some media stuff like that. Just kind of relax. And Monday is the big dance. So.
Right.
How do you practice for something like that?
Watched it for
Sit there
years.
and eat as many hot dogs or whatever as you can in a day? Or?
Yeah. So tomorrow, I'll cook them up. Obviously, put them in buns, 5 to a plate. I just realized I forgot to get buns for my practice because that's what happens when I fast. Is my kids steal my brain from me, so I have to go get buns when I'm done with this. But 5 to a plate. I'll have my couple drinks over here. I'll have my dunking liquid over here. I'll set up the table outside. Since we're in Tampa, it'll be about 1,000 degrees at 9 in the morning. And you just try to simulate contest conditions as close as possible. That way, it's a practice like you play type of thing, you know. So I'll simulate that, see how many I can get down in 10 minutes. But basically, my rule is however many I cook, those will get finished, whether it's within the 10 minutes or after the 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Because I think the better you are when you're under that stress of like, hey, you already have 40 or 50 or whatever in you, and then you still got to finish these, the better you'll be in minutes 7, 8, 9 of the contest, as opposed to just saying, oh, F it, I'm just going to throw them away. Because that's what everybody does, I think. It's the difference between whether it's football or this or whatever it is that we're doing. You saw those guys, like, watch Aaron Donald on the last the last drive of the Super Bowl. That was horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
He just downshifted into like, if I was like a guard or a center and lining up, I might pretend I tore my ACL. Like, yeah, no, dude, game is on the line and this dude's out of his gourd. I am not lining up against him.
Well, you're doing the old adage of the, while the practice is done, you're still there practicing.
Yeah.
You're still there putting up shots. You're still trying to, finish. So, all right. So where are you at now? I mean, we knew last year we were rooting for you. How's the number going now? You got the number up a little bit? You think?
The numbers going up every year, and it definitely went up again this year. So no doubt it'll be a PR at the table. There's some great eaters. There's a new kid from Australia, James Webb, that did 41 in his first qualifier. So that's pretty surreal or unreal rather. And like Jeff Esper's obviously there, who did 50 last year. He's fantastic. Pat Bertoletti's coming out of a 9-year retirement. Pat's done, I think, 55 at the table before, but he just did 40 in a qualifier. There's some great eaters. Obviously, Chestnut's going to be there, but it doesn't really matter what they do because it's not going to change my number. If I go in and I perform to the best of my ability, then there really should be only one person there that can hang, and that's Chestnut. Like, I'm not going to sit in there. I'm not going to go on an interview and say, like, I'm going to, beat the hell out of Joey here because, like, he's the best to ever do what we do. But I will say if I go in and do everything that my body's capable of, then worst case scenario should be second place.
So when you're practicing, are you trying to do you practice with Nathan hot dogs and do you try to get the exact same buns? Does that matter, or do you just any hot dog will do?
So as I get closer to the contest, it gets more and more exact. So like when I started my practices in January, I use cheapy hot dogs and the buns, I just make sure I get 43-gram buns because that's the weight of the buns we use in contests. So I'm not getting like potato buns that weigh like a metric ton or something.
Have you ever thought of doing that though? Getting a heavier bun or denser hot dog?
You could, but it won't absorb water like the contest. So it'd be like I've seen cats who swing like a 38-ounce bat in practice and they try to swing a 33 in game, and it's a completely different swing.
Yeah,
that's different if you swing it exactly the same, but realistically you're not going to. So like I need to know how fast they're going to absorb water and whatever. So I'll try to emulate, or I'll try to make it as similar as I can. And then with the hot dogs, like I have Nathan's Coney Island dogs for tomorrow's practice. It's my last one. Those are what we'll get at the contest. Everything is exactly how it should be. My dunking liquid, all of it's exactly the same. But basically it gets closer and closer to exact as I get to the contest. But like in January, I'm not practicing with Nathan's dogs either because those hot dogs I think they're $8 for 5 of them right now. So when you're eating dozens and dozens and dozens of them, that's not exactly.
Yeah, that would get expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to the 99-cent pack of the ones that you see at like Aldi's underneath the shelf down to bottom.
Yeah. You go for the bar-ass prison dogs there.
There
That's
it is.
In January.
Hey.
Now, do you eat hot dogs outside of training or outside of season?
Yeah, I'll eat like good hot dogs casually. I won't be dunking them in flavored liquid. But that said, I will eat hot dogs. I'll eat more like chili cheese dogs I really like, or some with just a basic like Dijon mustard or spicy mustard. I'll enjoy some hot dogs here and there, but there's definitely a few weeks post contest where I have like a hot dog detox. Yeah.
Now, hey, before you guys ask another question, I got to tell you something really funny because there was a poll that was out of like, what are the 3 things you put on hot dog? And I started laughing because I put stadium mustard, relish, and onions. Next thing you know, Nick chimes in. He goes, "Water, sports drink, rinse, repeat." And I'm so what's your dunking mix that you use? Is it like Gatorade?
So I typically have like Gatorades to my right as like a sipping liquid. That said, my dunking liquid is one of two things, and I'm very specific. It's either tropical Bolero, which is a powder drink mix, or it's tropical pineapple mango. It's called exotic, the flavor of Bolero, but the tropical pineapple mango Walmart brand Mio. Basically, that was really convenient because I could just squirt it in there. I prefer the taste of the Bolero, but it's less convenient to mix on stage, obviously. But either one of those two are my dunking liquids. So I'll have like 8 cups generally on stage, 8 to 10 cups. About 7 of them will be filled with flavored liquid, and about 3 of them will be filled with water. And then I'll have my Gatorades over here. And I realize how like psychotically exact all of this sounds.
No.
But with that said, I'm chasing down somebody who's undoubtedly the best to ever do what I do. And as ridiculous or as silly as what I do is, if it was really easy to do and simple, then everybody would be getting paid thousands of dollars on the 4th of July, and they're not.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to do something that everybody thinks is impossible. And that's beat Joey Chestnut at Hot Dogs. You know, he slipped in 2015, and Matt beat him, and since then he's been an unstoppable force. But the fact is, he's just a man that I'm pretty sure puts his pants on one leg at a time, meaning eventually his body's going to say no, and that belt can be taken from him.
That'd be awesome. We're always rooting for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's going to be nice seeing Mickey back in the title ranks again. Is she still chomping at the bit to get the belt back after last?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it crushed her last year not to be able to compete, but it was for the best possible reason.
Hey,
you know?
I saw it because she was yelling at you the entire time. Like, come on, get down. And I was like,
yes.
Wow, look at that.
Yes, do not get in the way of the intense, angry, pregnant lady. She was definitely super motivating, supportive the whole time. And, so she's ready to come back and try to win that title back from Michelle Lesko, who's actually her best friend, who won the title last year. So she's excited. She's dealing with a little bit of a wrist impingement right now. So she's having a tough time like picking up her left wrist. So she's going to be with a little bit of an injury in what we do. But that said, she is so hyper talented. I wouldn't doubt her for a second because I know what she's capable of. And I honestly think she's just scratched the surface, which is kind of incredible for someone with 3-4 world records and umpteen titles.
How do you get involved in the whole eating circuit? It's just one day when you're young, you eat up as much as you can for $1, and like, oh hey, let's do that again. Let's see, let's go for $2.
So for me, I was a competitive bodybuilder for 10 years, and my appetite kind of became a running joke amongst my friends. Because at work, I would just go to Wendy's and grab 7-8 sandwiches, a few Frosties, a few fries, and just eat them casually for lunch. And then people kind of started saying, what's the matter with you? That's ridiculous. And they're like, you should enter this punchki eating contest. I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you can win money. And they're raising money for charity, and you get free donuts. I'm like, well, that sounds like a pretty sweet deal. So I went. And I won handily. After that, I entered the White Hut Cheeseburger Eating Championships at the Big E in Massachusetts and placed 5th among 16 professionals, just kind of waddling my way on stage. And then that's when I kind of realized, hey, maybe I should pursue this and see what I can make out of it. And now I'm married to top-ranked female leader in the world, and there's 7 belts hanging from the wall, and you have
that's awesome.
A baby, and it's kind of crazy how life goes.
Now, have you guys thought about doing any of those crazy challenges like the Krispy Kreme challenge where you, run 2.5 miles, eat a dozen donuts, run another 2.5, then eat another donut?
I would rather eat triple the donuts and none of the running. We've done some funny stuff on the YouTube. We recently did some crazy spicy stuff like the Hot Ones challenges or the Moab bar with the Carolina Reapers and some things like that. But the ones that do cross training, as much as it seems like that would be on brand, I don't know. I know how tight my core gets when I'm lifting, and I don't want to paint the camera with the food.
Understandable. So what's your favorite contest to do? Because I mean, right now I see you were in second place at strawberry shortcake. Really, you ate 16 pounds of strawberry shortcake?
I did. It was about 2 gallons of strawberry shortcake. That was a fun one. That was out on Long Island, and great sponsor and really good food. My favorite ones, like Nathan's, obviously, is a place in my heart because it's where I met Miki, and it's our biggest contest of the year. It's the most I know, exactly. It's the most fanfare. And then other than that, I would probably say actually pork roll in Trenton, New Jersey. That's just a good contest for me, where I know my numbers are going to hang pretty well. And then ribs and wings. Those are always fun contests because they're kind of anybody's game. And eating like 230, 240 wings or 6-7 pounds of rib meat, you don't feel terrible afterwards. You still feel pretty good. So.
Yeah, you and I are totally different people. 7 pounds of rib meat. No, I'll feel great after that. You might as well just give me a wheelchair and let me take a nap. I'm not moving for 4 days.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what's the hardest thing for you? What's besides? Obviously, we got Coney Island coming up.
Yeah.
But is there like one contest that's just like the hardest for you to do?
I always said I wouldn't do an oyster contest or a pickle contest. Those would be the hardest, but there's none of those in the circuit right now. With that said, pure capacity contest, so like a chili or poutine that we did in Toronto. As delicious as that poutine is, Smokes Poutineery puts on an awesome event, but it's pure capacity. It's just shoveling food in as quickly as you can. And I remember thinking I had a really good run. Exactly. I did about 16 3/4 pounds of poutine. And I'm looking at the stack of boxes, and I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, cool. And I look to my left, and there's Miki's stack of boxes with about 22 pounds in there. I'm like, super. That's great, man. That's great. I'm just going to go cry in the corner now. And there are Joey, Max Suzuki, and Jeff just all, like, beat the brakes off of me in that contest. I'm like, okay, I know my place.
All right, I'm just going
to. Are there any foods that you won't eat in your personal life? Like, is there anything that you think is gross? I mean, obviously, doing it as a competition, I mean, you'll do whatever, but there's got to be something that you don't like or you won't touch on the plate.
Just pickles and oysters. Like, I'll if somebody was to order oysters for the table, like you're at like some fancy restaurant or whatever, which isn't really my deal. I would eat them to be polite, but to me, that's just a giant bug, man. I'm not like that. Like, pickles, oysters, those are the two things I avoid, I would say, daily. I'm not big on kale. Miki loves kale, but that's just all.
What's the deal with pickles? Why the pickles?
I just can't. I don't like that vinegary pickled taste. And Miki, obviously being Japanese, there's a gallon container of kimchi in that fridge right now. And every type of pickled veggie you could possibly imagine, and like pickled bamboo shoots and all that. It's just, she loves that stuff, and I can't stand it, to be honest.
Now, you got my attention when you said kimchi. I've got 2 quart containers of kimchi sitting here.
She's actually got the world record for that too. Like she absolutely loves that. But it's I'll eat it with a little bit if we're doing like Korean barbecue or something. If you have some like bulgogi or something, but it's not for me.
It's got to have that fish sauce. It's got to have that little bit of funk.
Yeah, and sometimes some kimchi's got a lot of funk.
Yeah.
It definitely depends on which one you get. But that's again, if I was paid enough, I'll do it in contest. But in day-to-day life, it can stay over there.
So a couple more questions before we get you off here.
Yeah.
How is it being dad? I mean, you guys are traveling. You're trying to do every competition possible. How is it being dad and doing all this stuff?
Oh, it's amazing. Max being my youngest, it's incredible. And my daughter is now 7. My middle son is going to be 5, and Max is going to be a year. It's insane, balancing all this stuff. But Max has been an incredible kid. He's been on like 20 flights at this point, traveling to all these contests. It's getting harder and harder now that he's mobile trying to sit him in a Spirit Airlines seat. He's like, yeah, F this noise. I'm out of here. But it's even more motivation, as silly as it sounds, when you don't feel like training for a contest, or you're like, this hobby is silly, or do I really want to fly to the middle of nowhere to eat this food per se? Yeah, I do, because ultimately it's all benefiting him, and benefiting the kids and benefiting her. It's even more motivation. It's between her and the kids. It's the most stressful and best part of the day. Is this one right here? When it's 3 a.m, he's like on the crib, like, and it's party time, and he's covered in poop. That can be stressful. But then when I go in the morning, and he's just so excited, just like that huge smile. And if I play "You've Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story, he immediately gets a smile. I'm like, dude, you got it, you win. But
is that the Pixar song that you sing? Because do you sing all of them?
That is one of them, yes. I'll sing Toy Story. My daughter, I'll sing Frozen. My middle one, we just went to see Jurassic Worlds. He'll tell me all about Pachycephalosaurus and Parasaurolophus and all the dinosaurs. So they all have their individual little personalities. And this one, as you can see, like picking up a binky without even grabbing it. There you go. Sure. It's amazing, man. Like being a dad, like I said, most stressful and greatest job I'll ever have.
He's working on his wing hand when he needs a drink. That's what it is.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You want this, Bubba? You want to do water, baby?
All right, Brian, you got one more question for him?
Yeah, I was just wondering, you got the Nathans coming up on Monday, and obviously it's probably one of the highlights of your year as far as the eating competitions, and knowing it's going to be on ESPN and knowing there's going to be millions of people watching. Does nerves take over at all for you, or are you just so tunnel vision focused that you're able to block everything out? I mean, does that come into play right beforehand or as you're doing it at all?
Right now, I'm actually crippled by anxiety for about the next 5.5 days. To be completely honest and transparent, the way it goes is during my prep, I start off by being motivated, and motivation turns to anxiety and nervousness about how is this going to go? You're putting all this work in, and what's the cost to reward ratio, and you're going up against the best to ever do it, and so on and so forth. And you kind of play that game going back and forth and using that as motivation, and then trying not to be crushed by it. By the time I get there, exactly, and we do the weigh-ins, and there's ESPN cameras and all of the hoopla and nonsense that goes along with it, you'll see all the competitors will be socializing and doing their thing. I will appear to be extremely antisocial the day of the contest, because by the time we're in the basically our green room ready to go out, I'll have my headphones in. I won't really be talking to anybody. And it's not trying to be rude or anything like that. It's more so in the sense of like, I need to go into what I refer to as the void and go into that place where I'll be the most efficient I can possibly be. So I'll be speaking to her, trying to support her in whatever she needs, because she goes on before me. But after that, like, it's just, you feed off of that energy. There's thousands of people screaming largely against you, some of them for you. People are watching you, on at home. It's an incredible feeling. So like, actually, once George Shea starts to go and I get my intro and we're there, that's actually when I relax and I hone in, and you coil that spring down and you're just ready to go,
Right. Yeah.
Now, Brian wants to know, and he won't ask you this because I have to. Now, when you come out with your song, can you come out to "I'm a Real American" for Brian? Because like, you
that
won't
would be
believe.
very fitting, because I'll have my Pit Vipers and my American flag fanny pack and all the goods that go along with it. That would be pretty awesome. Or even like the Dusty Rhodes theme, I feel like would be very fitting. Especially trying to take down Chestnut. He's the Chestnut is the Ric Flair to my Dusty Rhodes, if you will. I always sometimes in my head I hear like I believe it was a Starcade when Rhodes won the title and the announcer just went ballistic to his voice cracking. I play that sometimes in my head, in my own right, trying to win that title.
Nick, I can't thank you enough for joining us for the long time that you did. I appreciate everything, bud.
Of course,
Hey,
no problem.
Go kick some earmuffs. Go kick some
You're
ass.
good. You're
Heck
good.
yeah.
Go kick some ass. Tell Mickey to do some too. All right.
Oh yeah,
You guys. Anytime you guys want to come on, and by the way, 16 pounds of strawberry shortcake is too much.
It is. It's about, I would say 12 to 13 pounds too much. Yeah.
That's where I draw the line, where you get a competition where it's too sweet. And yep, nope. That's where I draw the line. All right, catch him on Monday, right? Monday.
Monday, we go on. I believe the broadcast starts at 11 on ESPN and ESPN News or the ESPN app or any of the iterations, of ESPN. Keep up with me and I on thehungrycouple.com or any of the social media outlets. I'm technologically inept, so I'm not great at it, but I'll do what I can.
Hey, find us. I got his Twitter account. I got his Instagram account. So we'll get it going. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you, guys.
Give him power. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
See you, bud.
Hey,
man.
That is Nick Wehry, competitive eater, getting ready to go to Coney Island. Bri, how awesome is that? Like, they are the best.
Yeah, very cool. That was awesome. I mean, he gave us a ton of his time. That was very gracious of him. So, especially a couple days before basically his Super Bowl.
I know. And honestly, can you imagine eating 16 pounds of strawberry shortcake? Pounds. Not like little cakes. Pounds.
Maybe in a week I might be able to do that, but yeah, I mean, to think that they're not athletes, I think the game has changed over the last 5 to 10 years, and yeah, you don't have to watch many of their events to know that the training that they put in. He said he's been training for this since January. I mean, absurd.
Unreal.
So that's like every other athlete would do.
And they're such great people. Like when I reached out to him, we were sitting there joking around. I told him I'd still kick his ass in chicken wings. And then he told me how many he ate. I'm like, nope. Don't pull that one back. Can't do it. 238. Like, honestly, like, I think I could put some stuff back. Obviously, I am not even close to what he's got going on. So, Bri, Craig Foster, I met him on Saturday.
Okay.
We go Saturday. It's a blur right now. Saturday, he came up to Mr. B's. Mr. B's was a little closed at the time because it was early in the morning. He came over to Rookies with us and had some food with Rookies. But guess what? He won another $25 gift card to Mr. B's and an APA hat. You want to know what the trivia was?
Okay.
See if Bri can get it, Justin. You ready? Since 1999, out of the top 20 all-time rushers, how many running backs are from since 1999, and who leads that list?
So since 1999, who's had the most rushing?
No. Overall, total. Okay. So all-time rushing is Jim Brown. All-time rushing, Jim Brown.
Oh, for the Browns, you're talking.
For the Browns.
Oh,
There is a total of amount from 1999 on in this top 20. Okay.
Okay. How many guys since 1999
have made the top 20?
That are in the top 20.
And who is the top dog out of that group?
Gosh. We're just talking about Browns. We're not talking about their careers.
No, just Browns. Just Browns.
Yards. I don't know. I think Nick Chubb's got to be in the top 20. But I'm trying to think who else. As like William Green, Lee Suggs, Jamal Lewis. Just trying to think of guys who stuck around for like Reuben Jones, Peyton Hillis. They had great 1 years, but boy, I guess if I'll throw out a number, I'll throw out 4. 3.
8. Well,
8.
Justin,
I
you
heard,
had 4.
I heard 3. I heard 3.
You heard 3.
4,
three
and
was,
then you changed it to 3.
yep,
No.
3 was my guess.
3 is your guess. There's 6 since 1999 that
Okay.
cracked the top 20.
All right.
You have Peyton Hillis, Reuben Drones, William Green. Then we move up, Jamal Lewis, Isaiah Crowell, and at the top of that list, Nicholas Jamal Chubb is number 6 right now for your Cleveland Browns all-time rushing.
That's kind of sad. The guys like Isaiah Crowell and Reuben Drones and Peyton Hillis are on that list.
Peyton Hillis had 1,700 yards. Reuben Drones had 2,000. William Green had 2,000. Eric Metcalf made the list at 14.
Oh, he's 14th. Okay.
Leroy
So
Hoare.
2,000 yards. That's like 2 good seasons.
So the top 10 go Jim Brown, Leroy Kelly, Mike Pruitt, Greg Pruitt, Kevin Mack, Nick Chubb, Marion Motley, Ernest Biner, Ernie Green, and Isaiah Crowell.
Isaiah Crowell's really top 10. I've
3,000
never even
yards.
heard of Ernie Green before.
Yeah, so think about this. Jim Brown has got 12,312 yards. Nick Chubb is 60 games behind him, and he's got 4,800 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's special. He's got.
I think after his career here, after the extension and everything, I have a weird feeling that Nick Chubb is going to be top 2 behind Jim Brown.
It all it depends on is how long he stays in Cleveland and how healthy he can be. If he can be healthy and he's in Cleveland till he's 32, I would expect him to pass Jim Brown.
What if he has a Frank Gore year? Like, what if he has like a 17-year career?
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, I think that's what they're kind of hoping for with Kareem Hunt in the mix. You don't want to wear Nick Chubb down like Derrick Henry. They're running him into the ground. And Christian McCaffrey, we've seen him deal with injuries over the last couple of years. So they're trying to keep Chubb fresh. And I mean, he's dealt with some injuries over the last couple of years. He missed like 4 games last year and a handful the year before. So yeah, scared me a little bit. And he was hurt in college too.
Well, everybody, it is time to get into our top 3. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Now, Justin, before we end the show, I want to thank you for coming on and helping out for the show. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Hey, everybody has hiccups. It's all right. Bri, I'm so glad you made it there at the end to talk to Nick because you know Nick loves you. He loves him some Big Bri.
Oh, he's a great guest. I mean, we should have him on more often. He's just a cool dude. He'll tell you how it is.
Oh, we will, because him and I have been talking about something in the background for Fat Boy Tuesday.
Oh,
He might join us for certain Fat Boy Tuesdays for us when we get into real heated debate like a meat to bread ratio. So, on that note, our top 3 is not brought to you by anybody right now, but it's possibly brought to you by somebody who is maybe sponsor us with a whole bunch of food. You know, maybe Heinz ketchup. You know, maybe a little Cleveland Brown steam mustard. Little Saucy Brew Works.
Some Cons potato chips.
Cons potato chips. Oh my! Did you see they came out with new Cons potato chips?
No.
Yes. You'll have to look them up. I'm not doing it right now because we're out of Fat Boy Tuesday. But look up. They came out with 2 new brands of Cons potato chips. Oh yeah. And hold on. And they came out with a freaking party size.
Party size?
Party size. As in, you look at the Doritos party size, Cons puts it to shame.
I mean, heck, their family size is like Doritos party size.
Nope, they got a party size. It's like a satchel with a armrest.
Oh.
Now we're getting into cons. I'm sorry. So, Bri, we're gonna let Justin go first, and I'm gonna give him the sweet chin music out of here because I love him so much. Justin, give me your top 3 competitive eating contests that you think you can enter. Now, I know you don't like meat, so strawberry shortcake for you?
No, I was thinking jalapeno poppers.
Oh, that's wow, really?
Yeah.
You like the kick to them, huh?
A little bit of cream cheese. Throw some cream cheese and cheddar mix in there.
Ooh. Now, do you have to have a towel to dab while you're doing it? No. I'm not trying to be a dick because you have no hair. Because I have to do it because I'm fat. Because if I get the meat sweats, I got to dab something.
Now, I mean, poppers, they're not that hot.
Yeah, but if you have 45 of them, they catch up to you.
Give me some whiskey or bourbon or whatever. I'm good.
All right. Number 2?
Cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. All right. I like it. And finally, your number 1.
Onion rings.
I didn't even think about onion rings. Now, are we talking like Burger King little baby onion rings or like legit onion rings?
No, legit onion rings, like the beer batter onion rings.
All right. That's actually a pretty good list. I got to mark it down. I'm marking it down. I got Cane's downstairs. I haven't eaten yet, so give me a second. Getting fat over here. All
Yeah,
right.
I haven't eaten yet either. I've got soup in the microwave.
All right. Well, go eat it. Justin, bud, thank you so much for joining
No
us.
problem, man.
For helping out tonight. You know you're always a part of Illegal Ham.
You know, hookers and blow, man. Hookers and blow.
Now that the kids are off, thank you. You wait till after 7 o'clock. I appreciate
Yes, it is after 7. It's past my bedtime.
It's past my bedtime too. All right, my brother. Thank you so much. And
see you guys later.
Let's pray for next season.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, see you, brother. All right, big fella. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Same old bleep, different day.
Sorry you had to work late, bud.
Yeah, it happens. It's all good.
I mean, we talked a little bit to Sean.
Oh, did you? What time did
Yeah.
Nick come on?
Nick came on right around 6:30. We did like a little quick hit of the Cavs draft. And then there was a perfect segue right into the Deshaun Watson stuff. So I kinda had to take it because
Jeff, the Deshaun Watson's mess. That's a good segue.
well, hold on. What it was after the Cavs, we did the trivia after the Cavs.
Okay.
So I did the trivia. We talked a little Cavs, and then we came back with the trivia. And he was like, "Yeah, well, what about?" And I'm like, "Yep, there it is." And we just kind of got into that. So, kind of happens. I mean, it's so you got your phone charged. You're here now. Do you have any shout outs before we get in your top 3?
No, I'll save them for next week. No biggie.
Can you believe me and Vinny are going to Vegas?
Yeah, congrats. When's that?
I cannot say the date. I could say it. August 3rd through the 9th or something like
that. Talking about they're Vegas, huh? I understand.
That's all right. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But the bad thing is I'm there for the captain's tournament too. So I'm in Vegas for like 10 days.
10 days?
Yeah, 3rd through the 13th. I'm in Vegas.
Holy crap.
Now hold on. I still have to talk to my boss about that because you know what happens after the 1st of August.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he's going to be so kosher and the fat guy taking off for 10 days.
Yeah, go hang out in Vegas for 10 days. We don't need you. Nothing going on here.
Well, yeah. All they're doing is killing off stuff. I'll babysit it when I get back. All right. Give me your
10 days. A long time. Do you have to pay your own way? Or they pay 10 days?
So they pay for our entry fee, and then they give us a piece of the pie to help pay for hotel fare and airfare.
Well, it's going to be some expensive hotels if you're out there for 10 days. Unless you're staying in like the Spearmint Rhino or something. Is that like a cheap one?
I don't know. At that point in time, we're all talking. We're actually talking about getting like a B&B and just renting a house for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, God bless you. I mean, the time to celebrate. Go live your life.
I can't believe it, Brian. Like after 14 years of playing APA, I finally got a team there. And the entire time we're all sitting there laughing and like, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. No, my team pulled it out, Brian. And
how many guys are going?
8.
8. Wow, cool.
Plus significant others. Now, significant others, they got to pay their own way. But the 8 that are going have got cash.
Is your significant other going?
I'm trying to talk that into fruition.
Okay. Cool.
I'm working hard. I know. I want to have a good time. I mean, it's Vegas. She knows everything about Vegas. I don't. I'm going to go down there and go, nope. Take me back to the hotel room. Nope.
Well, I hear 3, maybe 4 days is the perfect amount of time to spend in Vegas. So worries me a little bit that you'll be out there for a week and a half.
I might not come back, Bri.
You might want to come back by the end of 10 days.
You never know. I might put a legal ham out there, ride it on black, see what happens. You never know.
You gonna be a Raiders fan now?
Heck no, I'm not going to be a Raiders fan. I'm still going to be a Browns fan out there. But when we do the show, I might be floating poolside.
Now that's the fatty I want to see.
There it is. And
some knob, a big old floaty, and you just sitting right in the middle of it.
What about a flamingo? And if I can change my name to Billy Bates.
You got to grow that mustache in real nice. Grow out your hair a little bit.
He had a fake one.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can't do fake though. That's why people caught on to him.
Well, he's just a moron. So am I.
The words right out of my mouth.
Now you shush up over there. All right, give me your top 3.
About Billy Manziel.
Oh, give me your top 3 competitive foods you like to eat.
Here we go. I came up with boneless wings. I don't think I can do the bone very well because I'll probably end up choking on it. So let's take that step out of it and you call them chicken nuggets, you call them boneless wings, whatever you want.
Okay.
My number 2 is French fries. Thought about mashed potatoes, but I figure there are going to be a lot of competitive guys taking down mashed potatoes. So I don't know if I can compete with that. French fries, yeah, give me a chance. I can take them. My number 1, believe it or not, I'm thinking I could take down a lot of Andy's mints. Whenever I eat them, they're just gone like that. So give me a stack of Andy's mints unwrapped, of course, and they're gonna go down pretty smooth.
All right, you want to know my number 3 right now?
Let's hear it.
Your crock pot meatballs.
Okay.
I can eat 1,000 of those things.
Those are good.
It's like the appetizer of all appetizers. All right.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2, still gotta go with chicken wings. I think I could put a hurting on some chicken wings.
Okay.
It's not like I used to, but I think I could. And my number 1, and this might throw you for a loop, Bri. Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
No matter how full I am, no matter how sick I am, I will still always eat cheesecake.
Well, that'll get really rich in a hurry, I would think. Have you ever had like more than 2 pieces of cheesecake?
Yes, I have. I've had a whole pot before. Cheesecake is too heavy, Justin said. Nope, not for this guy. Look at this guy. He's all about heavy. Craig said hot dogs, French fries, and pancakes. Ooh, I forgot about pancakes. Pancakes is good.
Would be good. Anything bread, though, like whenever you're dealing with bread, I feel like it just sits in bread and cheese sit in your stomach like a brick.
Yeah, that happens. Well, Craig, I'm actually going to need your address now so I can send you a hat. So you
Killing
got
it.
Lake Erie APA hat. He's killing it. I've tried to get everybody else on, and we'll
Did he
hook you
get
up.
picked on the nose?
He nailed it on the nose. He actually named out all the running backs too.
I'm impressed.
I know. He's sitting there naming out the running
Yeah.
backs. I'm talking to Justin. I'm like, no, I just needed a total. No, okay, you got them all. You got them all.
I like
I
that.
still think he does Google. Now, Craig, be honest. If you're doing Google, you can go ahead and be honest with us. It's all right. We'll
I
understand.
can't believe Peyton Hillis is in there with 1,700 yards,
Yeah. At
like
number
one
20.
scrub season.
All right. Flamin' Hot Cons. And what's the other flavor? I've had the cinnamon sugar. It was okay. So it wasn't, it was like a sweet barbecue chili or something like that they came out with, Justin. You'll have to check their page. So nope, no Google for me. I'd have to say, all right, Jason Levi has chimed in, my co-captain for our team. Grilled cheese, shrimp, and number one steak.
Steak, huh? Grilled cheese.
Steak.
I like that call. I feel like I could eat a lot of grilled cheese.
I think so too. That'd be great. Justin ordered the he just ordered a party box of cons.
Oh,
See what
Yes.
happens when we get
don't
all fired up?
Show us down.
All right, Brian, let's end the show here, bud. We will next week we will talk more Deshaun, and we will get into finally the Guardians because the Cavs are done. All right. And Jason said the steak challenge in Vegas is going down. So you might get a legal ham leak. Actually, if I do go to Vegas, guess what? I'm going live from Vegas.
Sure. During the steak challenge, I hope.
So it'd be 3 p.m. out there, right? When we do our live show?
Yeah.
So 6 for you, 3 for us?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'd be
Let's do it.
right for him.
Vinny's going to be with you?
Vinny's going to be with me.
Cool. Yeah. We can do
Can't
that.
wait. All right, Brian. God bless him.
God bless you. God bless America. Happy 4th of July.
All right. I am that fat guy. Thank you for everybody who had chimed in today. Thank you to our veterans, our troops, and our first responders. Can't thank you guys enough for everything you guys do for us. And thank you to Harold Keel and the Lake Area APA for giving us swag to kind of throw out to everybody. We got some more coming, Bri.
Cool.
2X or 3X for you?
2X, as long as it's going to be long enough. I mean,
well, I will make sure I will measure for you. Okay.
It does. Yeah, 2X should be fine. It's just
we got some
kind of short. Like the X doesn't extend to the length.
We got some new camo APA shirts coming out.
Still waiting.
All right. And also, please stay tuned because I'm in the works with the Fear the Ham t-shirts. Oh, you're going to love it, Brian. So on that note, we are definitely uncorked, unloaded, and we're out. Thank you guys so much for watching.